y'all do like,
No, go ahead with y'all sound checks. We got to make sure the stuff is working since Shauna dropped another glass of wine on the
In my
equipment
defense,
again.
what had happened was, and that's what had happened.
This is the second time.
I didn't destroy nothing this time, though.
We gonna see if we sound like we swimming.
Now we sound like we swimming.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
I saw the movie. I loved it.
I still ain't made it to the daggone theater.
Almost got me, bro. I was about to cry. I was like, oh my God. Inclusivity.
What? It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Wonderful?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Wonderful.
You good, Kia? Good.
Because her name is Kita, and she the best. All the DJs.
I'm going to need for you to stop drinking that plum wine.
I don't know. It was only for the soundtrack.
You sure?
Yeah.
I want to rap.
Jack that body, baby. Jack that body, baby. Jack.
Talk about a pivot that nobody saw coming. So remember when Meg Thee Stallion was on Essence last month now?
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle
I missed
Luke
her performance. I'm so mad.
He actually came on Twitter, was making comments about like, well, why is she dressed like that? Why? And people
Pop that pussy, Uncle Lee?
Yes.
The audacity.
Luther Campbell. And people were like, nigga, they created parental advisory stickers on
Because of you.
records because of your ass.
Nigga, all you do is spin records.
Well,
How dare you?
And not to mention his little diss track to Kid and Play with pussy ass kid and whole ass play.
Lord have mercy.
John, you ready to get started?
We is.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to this week's episode of Wine and Audacity, the podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Sicard, and I'm joined by these niggas.
No, he didn't.
Intro still in progress.
The audacity.
Don't worry, we gonna work it out.
Mm-hmm. How y'all feeling this week?
I'm right.
I'm good.
I'm cool and straight and chilling. So this week is August Q&A.
And it's
I can't believe we in August already.
August of 2023, Lord.
23?
23, Lord.
23?
Lord.
What you got for us this week, Shauna?
Got a little bit of everything. Little razzle dazzle. Little run-to-dun. Little dunk.
Sprinkle.
All right, so I got a combination of things for y'all today. But before we get started, if you have any questions, comments that you want asked or answered or shared on the show, you can reach us at our email, which is askwandapod@gmail.com. That is ASKWANDAPOD@gmail.com. We can also be reached via social media. On Twitter and Instagram, we are WandaPod_, and on Facebook, we are Wine and Audacity, the podcast. And sign, not the word and, guys, because you might not find us, okay?
100%.
So, shut your ass up. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Okay. So, I have a combination of things. I got a story or two to tell. I got a few questions from my favorite thread. Am I the asshole? I got a few questions from Brandon's favorite thread. Shit. 6 brown heifers, as he calls them. And I have a few questions that I just found randomly, like on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and on this other thread that I actually ended up coming across that's just like random ass questions. So the first question is, what was your most embarrassing moment in grade school? Oh, shit.
I remember mine. Y'all want me to go first?
Come on, B.
I fell off the stage in gym class and fought it in front of everybody.
Wait, you fell off the stage and farted? Oh, shit.
You remember that?
No. I don't remember that.
I did.
What was that, like 5th grade?
It's 4th grade. Traumatic as fuck.
remember that.
We were in gym class.
What the hell were we doing? That
Whatever
you
the
fell
fuck
off
we
the
were doing.
stage?
Whatever the fuck we was doing.
Oh, shit.
Now, mind you, the stage wasn't but 5 feet off the ground. So it wasn't
True.
like I had to fall. But I guess I must have been holding one in because that thing was like,
Oh,
it was
Lord.
loud as fuck.
Oh,
But I
my
was so
God.
embarrassed.
Oh, poor friend. Poor friend. What about you, Aaron? Hey, Ron.
I think.
Hey, Ron.
Yo, I think I was in probably the 2nd grade. And I can't remember I think we were saying the Pledge of Allegiance. And yo, I threw up. Like, I mean,
Not you saying fuck this country at a young age, nigga.
it was like, yo, but you know how
I
like
pledge it. I pledge allegiance.
yo, I remember that shit, dude. Cause then I remember Miss Keys. No, not Miss Keys. I can't remember the custodian lady, but I remember her face. She came in with the sawdust and it was like, what happened? I was like, and
Good
under
old
God,
sawdust.
it was under God, indivisible, for justice, and everything was. I was like, hey, yo, my grandmother came and got me. Everybody was laughing, bro, and I was like, then it's like, I was embarrassed because it's like,
Poor Tank.
no, because at that point, I never got sick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like one of those things like, I never got sick, but I don't even know what I ate or whatever, but it was just like out there. And everybody.
Poor Tank.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, Aaron threw up yesterday. And it's like, okay. Yeah. I wasn't feeling well.
Poor Tank. Okay.
Go ahead, Sean.
My most embarrassing moment was the time I was acting out in class and I didn't know the teacher had called my mother.
When was this?
This was, I want to say 3rd or 4th grade. And I'm in the class cracking jokes and shit because, that's what I do. And I saw everybody look at the back door. My desk faced away from the door, so my back was to the door. And I saw everybody look at the back door. And I'm like, what the hell are everybody looking at? So I turned around and my mother was standing in the door. Baby, I spun around so fast and acted like I was writing something on a piece of paper. Jesus, I don't know what I was writing, but I was writing. And my mother called me by my government. First and middle, last name.
Whole name?
Whole name. She said, come here. So I got up. I started crying instantly because I knew I had fucked up at that moment. I went in the hallway and she laid into my ass, told me everything the teacher had told her. I tried to deny it. She gonna say, so the teacher lying? Yeah, that bitch lying, because fuck her. You ain't gonna beat her up. She proceeded to whip my ass in the hallway. She didn't take me to the bathroom, the nurse's office, the principal's office, nothing. She whipped my ass in the hallway and then sent me straight back to class.
Damn sure did.
She did not let me get my life together. She didn't let me catch my breath. She didn't let me do anything. And I went back in class trying to... And they was like, Shauna crying. And I said, shut up. And they was like, you better shut up before we go get your mother. She ain't gone yet. Oh, I said, I'm going to catch one of you bitches after school. Because after school, if I fuck you up, I can't get in trouble. So, yeah. The moment my mother beat my ass in the hallway and sent me back to class was my most embarrassing moment in grade school. It was.
I mean...
She whooped my ass, y'all.
Did you deserve it? It
Probably.
sounds like you did.
At this moment, yeah, I can acknowledge that. Back then, I was fitting to call the people on the ass.
That's
all
funny,
right.
though.
Next question. We're going to keep with the embarrassment, and we're going to move over to a different environment. What was the most embarrassing moment you have had in your workplace?
I can go first on that one.
What was your most embarrassing moment, Aaron?
It just have to be something that we experienced or something that we witnessed, because I think I've witnessed.
Let's do either or.
Yo. Okay. The restaurant that I was working at, one of my managers, she pissed on herself on the line, in the grill area. And what she said was, I couldn't take a break. I couldn't go to the bathroom, so I had to do what I had to do. And it's like, you could have went to the bathroom, bro. You know what I'm saying? We were not. I mean, we were busy, but we not that busy for you not to take it. For you not to go to the bathroom if you had to go to the bathroom.
Did she stay at work?
Bro, she stayed on the grill.
Smelling like pee?
Yep.
Jesus, fix it.
I was like, yeah, ain't no way. Sorry.
Not y'all was selling Pittsburghers.
Nah, this wasn't no. It wasn't even a burger joint. It was the Mexican grill.
Oh shit.
So you know the way the grill set up, you got the line, so you got the front line, then
Yeah.
then you can see us.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, she couldn't leave. Like she said she couldn't leave. And he like,
Baby, don't say he just could have waited, sis.
Like shit, bro. You could have went to the bathroom. Nah, we was too busy. No, he wasn't. He was not that busy.
Oh wow.
He was not that busy.
No ma'am.
It take 12 minutes for chicken to cook, bro. You could have took 3 minutes to go pee.
Poor thing. B, what's yours?
Poor little ting ting. I just, yeah. The most embarrassing thing I've experienced at workplace, I don't fool with them niggas. So I don't really ain't much to get embarrassed about. I don't know. I don't
Did
know.
you witness an embarrassing moment?
Not that I can recall. I mean, I'm thinking of like all the years I've been working and something embarrassing I've witnessed. I mean, I've seen people like slip and fall on ice, but that's not really embarrassing. It's embarrassing, but it's not like funny. It's like sad because they've actually like injured themselves from falling on ice.
Oh, baby, I fell on some black ice one time.
It was black ice, yeah.
It was horrible. I went up in the air, paused, and fell. It was bad.
Like, wait a minute, drop.
By the time the us came out in Jesus, Jesus, and I was in the floor.
Not you in free fall.
At night in the dark. It was bad.
Yeah, I can't think of anything offhand that's embarrassing because I don't know. I can't think of anything.
All right, so mine was, I was mad at one of the managers, and I was trying to. I had went to lunch, and I had my emails pulled up on my phone, and I was trying to respond to Key. Actually, I was sending Key an email telling her something that had happened at work. I actually responded to one of the email blasts by accident, and when you respond to the email blast, they go citywide. And I was talking cold cash shit, and I didn't realize until after I hit send that I had sent it to the wrong person. And I tried to unsend the shit, but I couldn't do it from my phone. I need to be on my computer to do the unsend thing. So, trying to cover my ass, I called my supervisor. Was like, before you get a phone call, I fucked up. She was like, "What happened?" And I told her what happened. She was like, "Oh my God, Shauna, don't worry about it. I'll deal with it." Luckily, I didn't get disciplined or anything. The only thing that she did say was, so one of the ladies who worked for the organization responded to my supervisor, and she was like, "This is very embarrassing for the organization," and something. And I was like, first of all, lady, with all the corruption and foolishness that y'all got going on in this organization, I'm pretty sure nothing I said in that email was embarrassing enough. Go to hell, please. Immediately. But yeah, that was embarrassing as hell because it could have went a whole lot different.
Oh shit. No, I remember. I had to put a lady out. I had to put a lady out of out of my retail place that had Crohn's disease because it was a homeless guy that used to come in. And he would go into the bathroom. So we were cool with it, like us as the store, because he would come in like every Sunday. Like come in every Sunday. He would just go in the bathroom, wash up, take his little trash can and stuff, and he'd be gone. But this Karen was like, somebody's locked in the bathroom. I have Crohn's disease. And it's like, okay. At that time, I didn't know what the hell Crohn's disease was. But I'm sitting here like, oh, okay. Like, and she's yelling at me. But then she's making like this huge fuss in front of everybody. And it's like, the nigga in me is like, but you're not going to yell at me in front of, like, you're not going to yell at me in front of all these people, bro. Like, chill out. And then it's like, once I say my man leaves, like, man, you can use the bathroom. I don't have to use the bathroom. And it's like,
so what you make a big deal out of it for if you didn't have to use the bathroom?
but I think it's just the privilege of, you feeling like you the customer and the customer's always right. And then it's that show, like, so you're going to try to demean me. So, my petty ass, like, she wanted to get a bunch of stuff. I was like, I took everybody before her. Yeah, this one old lady paid me in pennies.
Now she paid you in pennies, Jesus.
No, this one old lady paid me in pennies, and I was like, oh man, I gotta recount this. But that's the best I got. Like, shh.
So I remember a time. Actually, this wasn't me. It's a situation I witnessed. So in my organization, we have like a suggestion box that goes our organization wide, and people can put in things like ways to improve and things that you want to see, and goes to the president or the chief of the organization. But it's things like you want to improve an office, ways to improve workplace culture, questions you may have, and they'll answer it on like the company's homepage that everybody worldwide can see.
Has access to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, worldwide.
Worldwide.
Hey, yo.
So
Bitch, I'm worldwide.
So the person who was actually an admin was checking the responses. And I think what ended up happening was the person that she responded to put out a feeler like organization wide, like, hey, if you have any suggestions for the suggestion box, it's currently being like fixed or like revised, but like send them my way for the next maybe week or so until we get it back up and running, and then we'll forward them to the chief and they'll answer it on the homepage.
Right.
The admin responded to the person, but didn't take off the listserv with the entire organization on it, and said, because you know they're gonna be complaining, right, about some dumb shit that's out of their control that we have no business plan on fixing, right?
Hey, yo.
Oh, shit.
It was sent out. Now, you know, if you have Microsoft Excel, you can recall messages.
Yes.
Or you can try to recall messages.
You can try to recall.
Now, it may work if you just send it to one person, depending on the time, but they may not see it. But if you send it to 10,000 people or 25,000 people,
That's what happened to me.
and some people, especially ones who are literally at the desk, who like me, who will read emails from there, because I have dual monitors at my desk in my office. I keep my email open on one screen and I work off of another screen.
Yeah.
So if an email pops up, I see it and I could just click to it to answer, like just look at it pretty much right when it comes in, unless I'm just busy. So I saw it and opened it and I was like,
Baby.
But what Microsoft Excel does, it tells you like if the person tries to recall the message,
Yeah.
and it'll say
Outlook, you mean?
Outlook.
Yeah. Outlook.
Microsoft Outlook says it'll tell you for everybody it was sent to whether or not the message could be recalled. So about maybe 10, 15 minutes later, she sent out another organization-wide email apologizing for the remarks, saying, I'm sorry, that was very inappropriate. I apologize and I'll do better. And we never heard anything about it since.
That's because that ass is gone.
Sister, whoever you are, I sympathize with you. Same thing happened to me.
I could have easily been you, bro.
Could have been me. I sure didn't apologize. Not no email. I apologized
she
to my
had
supervisor.
She had to say it face.
I ain't apologized to nobody else.
That was a snarky ass response.
I didn't like
Trying
the
to be
lady
funny.
attitude. I was like, girl, fuck you. But anywho. Okay, next question. We're going to circle around to my favorite thread, which is Am I the Asshole on Reddit. And this title is, Am I the Asshole for telling my fiance that I wanted to keep our finances completely separate until we get married? That's the title. My fiance, 37 male, and I, 28 female, have been together for 7 years, and we're both veterinarians. I graduated from vet school very recently, and as such, still have some debt. Although, thankfully, it's not nearly as bad as it is for many of my peers for a number of reasons. Edgar, which is the boyfriend, fiance, Edgar's debt.
Edgar.
Yeah, his name is Edgar. Edgar's debt has long been paid off, and his schooling was much cheaper than mine in the first place, and he makes quite a bit of money. We're quite lucky to live in a house Edgar inherited, so our living expenses are very cheap compared to most people's in our area, and we're largely able to spend our money how we'd like. Our finances are largely not separated at this point. We have a joint account both of our paychecks are deposited into, and a joint savings, although we also both have small personal checking accounts that we mostly use for gifts and stuff like that. We're pretty relaxed about each other's personal spending, so most personal stuff we buy comes from out of our joint account. One way Eddie, she's calling him Eddie instead of Edgar now, y'all, likes to show affection is through giving gifts, both those that require money to be spent and those that don't. And both are practical things and things that aren't.
Yeah.
One thing I've told him that I don't want him to pay for, though, is my student loan debt. I
Right.
know that functionally it would be paid off faster if I let him help, but I really don't want to feel like I couldn't do it without Eddie's help. Recently, I found out that Eddie made a big payment to my student debt. While this is obviously helpful to me, practically, I really didn't want him to pay it at all. I brought this up to him, and he said that since I had been complaining about it recently, which is true, he thought he was doing me a favor by paying part of it. We had a bit of an argument. Eddie apologized for paying, but he was really insistent that I let him pay it off. Essentially, it boiled down to me wanting to pay it myself, even though it's a massive pain in my ass, and him wanting to pay it off fast so that I wouldn't have to think about it. We were at an impasse, and admittedly, it was stressing me out. So I said that until our wedding, which is in November, I wanted our finances to be completely separate. That is, moving our paychecks to our personal accounts and paying things separately until then. That made Eddie very upset, and I'm concerned that I might have gone too far. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
No.
No, I mean, I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna explain why I feel.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, so it's like we in this. We supposed to be like we're supposed to be in this together, and I understand that your pride may make you, your pride. You wanna pay it off yourself. Like, I get it. Like, you want to pay it off yourself. You don't want no extra. Like, you don't want no necessary. Like, you really don't want help. But at this point, that was a gift.
This is true.
Like yo, that was a gift. Like, that was his gift. Now, you have no problem about, y'all spending. Like, you have no problem about y'all spending. Like, spending on gifts, man. Like, if like, that's him. That's what he likes to do. He's trying to help alleviate it. Like, yo, you sometimes, like, and I had to learn, like, yo, sometimes, yo, you got to step outside of your pride and accept the help, that's given, like, that's being given to you, whether whether you want it or not, because like, it's a blessing. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like I said, I understand. You want it. You want to pay for it. You want to pay for it yourself. You don't necessarily want to burden him with your student debt, because that's your student debt. Like, that's your debt. And, like, but for him, it's like we in it, like he operating like we together. Like, if we going, like, we together, we're gonna be married. Like, if we're getting married, we're gonna share. Like, we're gonna share this. Like, we're sharing. Like, your finances are my finances. My finances are yours. Your burdens are mine. Mine are yours. And it's like, yo, it just seemed like, yo, it seemed like he just trying to help. And I don't want to say, like, I ain't trying to say, like, you coming off ungrateful, but it's like, I mean, however, it's like, yo, you just mad because he.
Because what, Aaron?
I hate you.
What happened?
I fucking hate you, y'all.
What happened? What I do?
hate you, y'all.
What happened? Look, finish
But-
your thought. You all right?
What I'm saying is, like, okay, I appreciate, I appreciate the gesture, but don't do it again. And I do understand, like, you may want to, like, keep everything separate until y'all get married. But now the question is, once y'all get married, like, yo, at that point, once you get married, yo, your debt becomes his debt. So, are you still gonna carry it that way?
Right.
Like, are you still gonna get mad if he decides to pay off, the rest of your student, like, to pay off your student loan, or is that okay then? You get what I'm saying? Like, it kind of like it, yeah, yo, you kind of coming off a little asshole-ish, like he just trying to help. Like, it's like, we already, it sounds like he's trying to be preemptive with the payments. And, you just inside your pride, like, you inside your pride, like, yo, I incurred the debt. I can pay the debt off myself. I'm sorry, go ahead, Bree.
Yeah, that's all well and good. But if a person establishes a boundary, say they don't want you to do something for them, and you do it anyway, regardless of what it is, that's disregarding the limit they set for you.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a nice goal, and I'm sure she appreciates the person taking the weight off your shoulders. But if I say, hey, I got this, I don't need your help, I'm just venting, why would you just circumvent and go beyond what I tell you to take care of it anyway when I didn't ask you to do it in the first place? So I told you explicitly that I don't want you to do this for me. It's nice, sure. I mean, I don't understand the fact that they're not married and they got their finances mixed together and paychecks going into one account.
Yeah,
but,
that's weird. I can understand maybe having a certain amount of money going into one account because they are living together, but not the whole paycheck.
Right. Nah. But again, different strokes for different folks. I don't think I would do it that way. But at the same time,
she established. I mean, but that's how she established. She said that they do have a joint account, and then they have a joint savings account, and they both have separate accounts. But the gifting, the gifting is coming out of the joint account. So it's like, you're right. Like I said, I understand. Like I understand it, and I think we were talking earlier about me and Keita was talking earlier about the power of asking for shit without asking for shit. And it's like, yo, like you said, if she specified, like Miranda just said, it's like, yo, she don't specify, like, yo, like as in like she's just venting. Like, nigga can take that as you're asking for help. You know what I'm saying? So then
Judge Mathis would call it dry begging.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you don't establish it as I was just venting, we would take that as you're asking for help, and then we go and do it, and then it's like, how the fuck did you do that? And it's like, but you said blah 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 blah. Yeah, but I didn't tell you to do that.
Venting is different than asking for help directly.
Yeah, but you also got to specify whether you're venting or not when you're talking. Like,
but they already specified when they said that they didn't want you to take care of it for them in the first place.
I get it, but some people do. Some people dry bag, as Mathis would say, without like. Although it's like, I was just venting, and it's like, how many times you gonna vent? Like, how many times? You know what I mean? Like I said, we all. I mean, it's also a lesson learned that we gotta specify whether or not you just want to vent, or like you just venting, or are you looking for advice?
I'm going to go with Brandon on this one, and I don't think she's the asshole because she made it known what she wanted done. Excuse me, y'all. Or how she wanted things handled, and he chose to. And I don't think he's the asshole either. I think that he felt that he was just looking out for her. He wanted to alleviate some stress off of her and stuff. So I understand why he did it. Mm-hmm. But I also understand why she feels some type of way because, like she said, I told you no. I told you not to do it. I told you I handled it. And there may be a reason behind that. It may be a reason that she doesn't want him to pay it and she wants to be able to say she did it herself and all that stuff. Some people need to feel like, hey, I got myself through this. I did this on my own. I don't want you to feel like I need you. I need you to understand that I want you in my life. I don't need you to take care of me. I don't need you to pay for me. I'm here for you. You're here for me. Whatever. So I understand why she felt the same way that she felt. So no, sis, I don't think you're an asshole, but a conversation needs to be had, and you need to stand strong on your boundaries because if you're speaking of marrying this person and spending, your life with them, making a lifelong commitment to them, some things have to be established prior to that.
Right, because but it also can, like Shauna said, to piggyback off of that, it could speak to overstepping a boundary later down the line. If you say, hey, I have a bill if I have bills, or people can use finances to attempt to control somebody.
Agreed.
Sure. Especially if both of your paychecks are getting deposited into an account, who's to say that he's not taking the money out of both of the account to put in his personal account, or taking the money and spending on bills, or disregarding the agreement y'all have to say, I'm going to pay for this bill, I'll pay for this bill, you pay for this bill, you pay for that bill. Mm-hmm. But they'll just take care of all of it. And then your money's sitting in the account. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you start to feel some type of way because, okay, while it's admirable or noble of you to want to take care of everything, if that's not what we agreed upon, or that's not what I said I was comfortable with doing, and you doing it anyway, you're disregarding me, my feelings, and the boundary, and what I said what I was comfortable with in this situation.
I agree.
What you think?
I could see that. I mean, I could see it from both sides. Like, I could see it from both sides in the aspect of, it's I'm about to be your future. Like, I'm your future husband, and we about to be in this together. So it's like, if I help you with this now, it's less that we got to worry about later. And then also, it improves out, honestly, it improves our group credit for whatever. But at the same time, I understand that I gotta respect the boundary that I understand that I have to respect the boundary that you set. If you don't want me to, if you don't want me to do it, all right, I did it this time. I ain't gonna do it next time. Just take it for what it is. You almost there. You know what I'm saying? And I won't, all right, my bad. Like I said, he looked at it like I was trying to help. Like I was just trying to help. This is my, this is my gift to you. Like this is my gift. Like I always, especially if he's always doing something, I'll always giving a gift. Like, all right, this is my gift to you. I took a portion of I covered a portion of your debt. But all right, my bad. That was a mistake. I ain't gonna do it no more. Unless you ask me to.
Right. All right.
But like I said, I could see both sides. I could see both sides of the situation.
Yeah.
One person trying to be independent, and that's a personal that may be a personal goal for him, and then the other is I'm trying to help the person that I love.
I get it.
Yeah, me too. But that also goes into, and I think you may have heard this from your mother or the women in your family, Shauna. They always tell, my mother told my nieces this, she even told me this: don't ever marry your finances with somebody you in a relationship with or married to. Keep your money in a separate pot. If you need to contribute to a household account to make sure bills in the household get paid out of one account, fine. But keep the money that you earn or money that you, from your paychecks or whatever you do, in a separate account that only you have access to, so somebody can't lay claim or spend money that is yours.
Okay.
I like that.
Because
All right.
nigga can't control you if he can't control where the money is.
I agree. That's why I couldn't see myself being like a stay-at-home mother or housewife or something like that. I need a business. I need to do something. Like, I can't fully depend on somebody to take care of me. Because you can come home one day, bitch, and turn Charles on me, and I'm gonna have to throw your ass in the bathtub like Helen McCarter.
The only fans is popping.
It ain't not today.
It's not.
I'm going through some things.
She be selling feet pics, yo.
I'm going through some things.
She just got them done too. They're nice and supple.
You so not nice and supple.
That's a hint for her username. Nice and supple.
I can't stand neither one of y'all
Nice and supple
Negroes. I
cancer.
swear I need new friends.
Nice supple cancer. Wow.
I need new friends. I swear I do. All right, so y'all ready to laugh?
Two dips and French tips.
All right,
know what?
I'm about to laugh. I am going over to Brandon's favorite thread. 6 round chicks.
Here we go.
He be acting like he don't like it. He be liking it. He be liking it. All right, y'all ready? Mm-hmm. All right, hold on to y'all drawers. I walked in on James.
Stop wearing those.
I hate you so bad. Not you free balling. I walked in on James, my boyfriend of 5 years, with his pants at his ankles, standing behind his friend Keith. James said he was on the toilet when he heard Keith choking on chicken, so he ran into the room to give Keith the Heimlich maneuver.
Wait. Say that shit again. He's choking on chicken bone. What?
You want me to start from the beginning?
Please do.
I'll start over.
Hold on.
I walked in on James, my boyfriend of 5 years, with his pants at his ankles, standing behind his friend Keith. James said he was on the toilet when he heard Keith choking on chicken. So he ran into the room to give Keith the Heimlich maneuver. Keith's face was red, and I'm not sure if it was due to the choking or the embarrassment. James pulled up his pants and went back in the bathroom. Keith buttoned his pants and left. I hadn't noticed anything gay about James, but that scene still bothers me. What do you think I should do? Why we keep passed down?
Do y'all see why I said this shit ain't real?
Hey, yo.
Can y'all see now why I say the 6 round heifers ain't real? And no figment of the imagination does this shit make any semblance.
Why was this man's passed out?
Right.
His face was
So
red.
James ran out the bathroom with his pants down, but why was Keith's pants unbuttoned? I'm confused.
Why was his face red?
Because he had just got some dick.
He was taking that pressure.
He was choking on something.
James was the one doing the bending.
That hole was struggling on some dick.
Yes. That's what was happening. He was embarrassed because you walked over. He was face down, ass up.
As soon as they heard you coming up, all you heard was...
Yep. That's what happens, sis.
Spit out like a receipt at the grocery store.
That's what happened.
I ain't even laughing at that because you're stupid. You dumb bitch.
Baby.
Hell no.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Keith and James go together. And you are a beard.
Either that or he just like playing in the poop shoot and you just happen to be walked in on him having some happy fun adult time with his mans.
That's what was happening.
Why was Keith pants unbuckled, bro?
Because he had to unbutton him because he tried to help him because he was choking.
How that Usher song go? Going nowhere fast. We reached the climax.
That's what happened.
They were searching for one. I ain't fucking with them. You's a dumb bitch if you don't. The writing is on the goddamn wall.
And is. Keith, James like boys, sis. And Keith is that boy that he like. And yeah.
I got nothing, yo.
Poor Tink Tink. I'm so sorry.
Hey, yo. She said James he pulled his pants up and went back in the bathroom.
Wink your eye one time if you used to eat crayons, because that's what it sounds like, sis. Because how in the fuck did you not put
you eating
1
crayons?
+ 1 is 2.
Your man's
sis.
friend is eating dick. It's just a whole bunch of eating going on in their household. And
yes,
baby,
ma'am.
You ain't the only one getting that gift from that man.
Ain't.
The dummy. Just oh my god.
1 + 1 is 2.
1 + 1 = dick, and that's what your husband is giving to his friend.
1 + 1 = dick.
That's why he been your boyfriend for 5 years and not your husband, sis. Because that's Keith, man. That is Keith.
I ain't even laughing at that.
In my mind,
see how fucking far-fetched this shit is?
I'll always be his girlfriend.
That's what happened.
Secret lovers.
Yeah.
No.
No, we not.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yo.
Not no more.
What the fuck?
Not no more. All right, good folks. Next question.
Child.
What is something your brain wants to convince you to do, but you have to fight it?
Go to the gym. That's easy. I think about going to the gym every goddamn day, but when it comes time to actually get my ass up and go, I'll be like, it's hot outside.
I ain't even gonna lie.
I don't fit. It's so far away.
I gotta leave the house.
I gotta leave the house.
I
I
gotta
be
put on
thinking of
clothes.
any damn excuse to not go to the gym, knowing good and damn well I need to. And been needed to go to the gym for months, and still ain't been.
It's all right.
What's yours?
Hold up. The question was like, what does my mind convince me to do?
What is something your mind wants to convince you to do, but you have to fight it?
No, but it's just the understanding of like the kids weren't raised how we were raised, and some of them don't necessarily have that. Some of them don't necessarily have that respect that that we grew up on, and others are like they haven't been raised to be independent. So everything is, I need help, and it's like, yo, you're perfectly capable of doing it, and you've seen them. Even if you saw them do it, you be like, hey, yo, come on, like. You want to cuss at them, but you can't necessarily cuss at them because they probably don't hear it. They probably don't hear it at home, or they may hear worse at home. And it's like you're not trying to contribute to that, but it's like, yo, come on, yo, like come on. And it's like I understand the grief that, we gave some of our teachers, like. When they just trying to help, or they trying to talk or whatever. And it's like, nigga, you ain't my fucking father. You know what I'm saying? Like you give them, like you gave it to them, and then it's like, yo, when you get it back, it's like, hey, yo, I want to push you. Like you like, yo, I don't want you to hurt yourself. I just want you to fall hard. But just to try. But I do agree with Brandon. Like it's just some things. Like yo, for me, it's like yo, go back to sleep. But I know I can't. Sometimes like you get up in the morning and you be like, I could just roll back over, but then it's like, I gotta go to work.
All right, for me, my brain tries to convince me to give up.
Really?
And I fight it. I fight it every day. I get frustrated. I get agitated. I get irritated. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this shit no more. I'm tired. Nope. I'm not going to do it. Not gonna do it. Fuck school. Fuck this job. Fuck this. Fuck that. But nope. I pull myself out of it. Convince myself not to do it. Convince myself to keep going. Glad I did.
Because you know we'll fuck you up.
Shut up. Excuse me. Just keep telling myself, like, just keep pushing, keep going. It's almost over. And the reward is going to outweigh all the stress and the turmoil. So,
Most definitely.
but baby, I'm tired. I am tired.
But just in case you forgot, we will fuck you
Boy,
up.
shut up. Anybody scared of you?
We ain't little no more.
Nigga.
We ain't little no more.
I don't give a damn.
I could beat that ass.
I'm
We
going to
ain't
climb
little
your
no
ass
more.
like a tree. I don't give a fuck. Anyway,
Ew, don't say that.
I'm about to stab him. I
You
swear.
know what?
He's so annoying. He's annoying. All right.
I can't.
So we're going to circle around, guys. And I know I told you a couple episodes again, I was going to start incorporating stories here and there with the questions and stuff like that. So I have a story. And this one is what did I say earlier, y'all? A humdinger.
You just said a damn humdanger.
A humdinger.
Humdanger.
Okay. The title of this story is My Daughter is Having a Baby with My Best Friend.
Hey.
I'm fucking up your best friend. I'm fucking up my best friend.
I'm writing this because I need to get it off my chest. I don't know what kind of response I'm expecting or if I'll even get one. I want to start this with some background story, and I'll be changing names for privacy reasons. I'm a 38-year-old female, and my best friend Jamie is 37. Jamie and I have been friends most of our lives, and at one point I considered him to be my soulmate. He was always by my side when I needed him, and he comforted me when I got my heart broken. I got pregnant with my daughter Sam when I was in high school. I was pregnant in my graduation photo, standing next to my current boyfriend. Jamie never liked him, but he never liked any of my boyfriends. I didn't know at the time, but Jamie was secretly in love with me since we were 14 years old. When Sam's father left me, Jamie was there. I was so grateful for him for helping me as a single teen mom. He always made sure our fridge was full and he would help out with things around the house when I was just too tired. He would watch Sam when got a little tongue-tied, guys. He would watch Sam when I would go to work, and he loves her like his own daughter. She even started calling him Uncle Daddy. This tenderness towards my daughter made me see Jamie in a different light. We started sleeping together every night, and eventually he moved in. We never officially called each other boyfriend, girlfriend, but we were something. We were blissful for 3 weeks. What separated us was me. I made a mistake. I went to Sam's father's house for his birthday. He wanted to me that he would be alone for his birthday, and he wanted me and his daughter with him and nobody else. I agreed. Our daughter fell asleep early, so we watched the movie and started drinking. One thing led to another, and we slept together, unprotected. I kept it a secret from Jamie, but I couldn't any longer when I found out I was pregnant. I know it was my ex's because Jamie and I used condoms, and the timeline fit his birthday. I told Jamie that I would be going back to my ex. He was furious, but begged me to stay, said maybe the baby was his. We knew it wasn't. I apologized, took my daughter, and left. We lost contact for a while. He met a woman and had 2 kids with her. When she was pregnant with her second, Jamie found and reached out to me through Facebook. We started up our friendship again, and it felt like when we were kids. I really missed Jamie. I'm married to a different man than my kid's dad. My husband's name is Jerry. Jerry knows nothing about Jamie and myself in the past, but Jamie and I keep boundaries. Jamie was happy in his relationship when we reconnected. However, after the second baby, the relationship fell apart and he became the single man of our friend group. My husband acts like he grew up with Jerry and even... Wait a minute. She mixed the names up. Sorry, y'all. My husband acts like he grew up with Jamie and even calls him my son. Although they are the same age. They became very good friends. Jamie was even there for us when Sam told us at 17 that she was pregnant. I cried in Jamie's arms because my daughter was pregnant in her graduation photos just like I was. I was ashamed of myself and of my daughter for following my same path. Jamie pulled me out of my depression. I had to take care of Sam's daughter, my granddaughter, after she was born. Sam got hit hard by depression. Her pregnancy was the cause of a one-night stand, and she didn't even have the respect to tell the boy he was soon to be a father until she was 8 months pregnant. The relationship was rocky because it started between two total strangers that were teens with a newborn. So I was the main babysitter. Jamie was there to help. Jerry is a truck driver, so he is gone more often than he is around. It started to feel like old times. Me, Jamie, and baby girl. Sam and her baby daddy broke up, and upon that, my daughter had a total meltdown. My granddaughter was crying, and Sam went into her room and shook her while screaming. I stopped her before any damage could happen, and I had a long, stern talk with my daughter. I told her that she was not fit right now to be raising a child. She said she agrees that her and her baby daddy had already filled out paperwork for my granddaughter to be put in the hands of a family friend. I was heartbroken that they didn't choose me, if anybody, to raise my granddaughter. My daughter looked at her baby and said she wished she didn't become a mother. I told her that she didn't mean it and that she was just in a dark place right now. After my granddaughter was gone, Sam was in a dark depression for a while until she moved out. She dated a few different people and had her heart broken, but at least she was living. I was heartbroken but trying to move forward. I started crocheting and even selling the things I made. Jamie and I kept in touch, and I'm ashamed to say that we slept together a few times while my husband was away, but we stopped about a year ago. Cut to now, about 6 months ago, my daughter told me she was dating someone new, someone that I would approve of. She piqued my interest, and I was shocked that the man she brought home for dinner was Jamie. Sam is 21 years old. Legally, this is okay, but morally, this feels wrong on so many levels. I wanted to disagree with this relationship, but before I was able to say anything about it, Sam announced to me that she was pregnant, and Jamie was the father. My daughter fucked my best friend, whom I also fucked, and got pregnant. It puts a certain dread in me every time I think about it. Honestly, I think I'm done for now. If you got this far, thank you for reading. Now, there's an edit, guys. My daughter is having a baby with my best friend, part 2.
That's what we calling them, huh?
First off, holy crap. These comments were a bit overwhelming. I was reading about people questioning if Sam was groomed, and I've been thinking about it all day, and I think it's definitely a possibility. Sam knew Jamie since she was a toddler, until we lost touch. He came back into my life when Sam was 12. He was at every major holiday with our family, from Halloween to Christmas, until she was, 18. She continued to call him Uncle Dad. Then suddenly stopped. I figured it's because she was an adult with a baby now and never questioned it. Jamie and I slept together twice since Sam was 12, and technically I didn't cheat on my husband Jerry. Early in our marriage, Jerry and I decided to not be completely monogamous. Like I said, Jerry is gone more often than he is home. We had a rule to be honest if we slept with other people, but we never shared who we were with. I slept with Jamie over Christmas when my husband was gone as a one-time thing, as we were both lonely. Then a year ago, Jamie came on to me at a family bonfire. He stayed behind to help clean up, and we ended up having sex. It was more emotional than I prepared for, and he told me he loved me after. I was completely not for it. I told him I was sorry, but I loved my husband and I was okay with something just casual. He said he didn't want casual and he respected my decision. I let him stay the night, and in the morning I told him we couldn't do this again, and he reluctantly agreed. I see a lot of comments slamming my daughter for her parenting. I must say that I agree with a lot of them. I know I should have done better raising Sam, but in my wildest dreams, I didn't think she would do something like this. My daughter's baby is due in November. Everyone is absolutely thrilled for her. Honestly, I'm sick to my stomach because I have to plaster a fake smile and pretend I'm okay with this. Jerry is thrilled that Jamie is going to be a part of the family. I have friends that say that it's just peaches that Sam finally gets to be a mom, whatever the hell that means. I feel like everybody has gone crazy, but they don't know the truth. I know I should tell them, but it will be a shit show. So I'm trying to do this delicately. As for Jamie, he is also thrilled about this. He has it all over his Facebook that he and Sam are together, and he's always talking about how huge Sam's belly is growing. Honestly, I don't know if he's trying to make me jealous, but this feeling I have is rage and shame. I am planning on being honest with Jerry about Jamie, but God, I'm scared on how he will react. The end.
That's a lot.
A whole lot.
That's a whole lot.
A whole lot.
But I guess Jamie said, "Baby, if I can't get you, I'm gonna get your daughter. I'm a somebody."
Jamie's
in that
a fucking
bloodline."
creep.
He is absolutely.
He's a fucking creep.
I understand,
Add
but
fuck you, Jamie, to that list.
But also, I feel like she wasn't upfront with the husband about the situation because this is somebody you was fucking on before y'all got serious. Was fucking on. I mean, granted, y'all I guess in an open relationship, or y'all got to understand so you can sleep with whomever. It's the lines are too cloudy. There's no clear lines here. You sleeping with him, you slept with him, there was feelings involved, and the daughter started messing with him. Now she pregnant by him, and this is messy.
I don't. All right, I can understand where some people will be like, "Yo, he was grooming the daughter."
He absolutely was grooming her.
Nah, but at the same time, I also see what Brandon is saying. It's like, yo, Jamie has been in love with the mother, and he can't have the mother. So the consolation prize is the daughter. And unfortunately, he didn't got the daughter pregnant, and it's like, yo, he's treating the daughter as like he would treat the mother. Now I understand he been around since she was a toddler, dipped off, then popped back up when what you said 12, and then dipped off again, they separated, and it's like, yo, all of a sudden, shorty like 21, and it's like it is what it is type shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, bro. She feel fucked up, but then it's like, oh, are you morally fucked up, or do you feel some kind of way because you was fucking him and now she fucking him?
And I think it might be a combination of the two. I would have shot Jamie in the balls. How do you sleep with a mother and daughter?
Easy.
Now the daughter may be innocent. The daughter may not have known that something. Well, she knew that they dated at some point because he lived in the house with them.
Yeah.
He lived there, so she knew that he slept in her mother's room. So she knew to an extent that at some point there was a relationship between him and her mother.
Yeah,
so
but
she's not innocent in this either. But I also believe that he probably been grooming her. He probably has. Jamie's a piece of shit. Fuck Jamie. Fuck the daughter. Fuck the mama. Fuck everybody.
Yeah, everybody getting fucked in that house.
Jamie trying to keep it all in the family.
That's exactly what Jamie's doing. That's exactly what Jamie is doing.
He's trying to make a sister cousin.
Yeah, that's what he was doing because that was Uncle Daddy. That's disgusting.
Yo, Uncle Daddy.
You went from Uncle Daddy to Baby Daddy. That's nasty.
When she said, when you say Uncle Daddy, or Brandon was like, Uncle Daddy.
He went from Uncle Daddy to Baby Daddy. I am disgusted.
At least it's somebody that they can trust. No.
You better talk to her before I think.
If I talk to him, I'm gonna hurt the feelings.
I'm gonna hurt her feelings. Okay, next question. We gotta move on.
Oh, shit. Fuck you, Jeremy.
Oh, Lord. That was a lot. Okay, y'all. Next question. Ew. That was just nasty. All right. Where would you relocate if you were forced to leave the country?
Either London or Toronto.
Why?
Or Toronto, to say it correctly. Because they speak English. And they're large cities with a large immigrant population. There's a lot of mixes of cultures. I've never been to Toronto, but I have been to London before. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is about the Black British accent. Just give me like,
I don't know. I mean, like edges. Not the lip bite.
Yeah, literally that. But yeah, either London or Toronto.
Okay, Aaron.
I'd probably do Canada. And I mean, basically, because it's not a real. It wouldn't be. It would be like a cultural difference, but at the same time, like Brandon on to something like, yo, they speak English, and it may be.
They may
easier.
put A after every damn thing.
Yeah, but it may be easier to. It will be easier to integrate.
They got free health care.
Is it assimilate? Is it assimilate?
Assimilate, yeah.
Yeah,
because it's still North America.
Yeah, it is. It'll be easier to blend in or to get to adapt versus going somewhere where you gotta be in like a specific area where people speak English. Like, you know what I mean, people speak English and, you know, it's not, you know, you're not really playing with a handicap. Like, because you go anywhere else, even like the army, like even like the army or military folk, when they go to a different country, they based in a different country. It's like, yeah, they are at a disadvantage because now they got to learn the language before they go or learn it learn it while they're there, you know, and because, you know, the embassy is only what, so big, or like the protected, I don't want to call it a protected area, but, you know, the area where people speak English isn't that big. So yeah, I go somewhere where it's like English is more fluent.
I can see that. I would go to Canada or
Besides, Canada's
maybe an
nice.
island or something where
I know you seen it
I just put my
from
feet up
across
in my legs.
from across the river.
I saw it from Detroit. I was like, oh look, there's Ontario. Oh wait, there's the flag with the maple leaf on it. That really is Canada. I was standing there for a good 10 minutes, like,
This is nice.
Yeah, we
and then I was like, shit, this is really fucking Canada. Like, it's
like
Canada.
we walked across the bridge into the Niagara Falls. So it's like, you know, I like that. You know, I would like I mean I liked it up there, the area that we were in. My grandmother had a picture of us outside of, like, next to the Ontario sign. Like, you know, you step on the other side, you're in Ontario. It's like, cool. But yeah, I would definitely do Canada
Okay.
or England. They like black people over there.
Well, it's certain, not.
I mean,
certain,
not, you know,
certain places.
Yeah, I ain't trying to go to, like, you know, anywhere. Probably Manchester.
Manchester, Birmingham, or London. Yeah, I don't see myself moving to a country where English isn't the
primary
or
language.
a primary language. Because I feel like, while of course I would eventually assimilate, I would want to stay in a place where English is the primary language. So I could make.
I feel safer.
Hong Kong is too far from home. That's that's on the other side of the world. But London or Toronto, hell, you could drive to Toronto in 7.5, 8 hours.
Maybe Japan.
You could do Japan. They have earthquakes in Japan, though. I mean, they're efficient as hell, but you would stand out in Japan. I mean, it's not that that's a bad thing, but yeah,
It's a lot of black owned. I mean, it is a lot of black owned businesses in Japan, though.
are there?
Yep.
Interesting. All right, next question. What is the greatest risk you have ever taken?
Moving
I can see that. Yeah.
moving out of the state. Cause we kind of moved without a plan. Like, you know, not necessarily like, you know, it was just the situation that we were in was kind of shaky. So we just made a decision, but then it wasn't like the thought, well, what I thought was going to happen didn't happen. Like, you know, I move, get a job, and then, you know, like, niggas be straight. And it's like, yo, it didn't. Like, I was out of work for like a year. Trying to find something. And it's like, okay, all right, I ain't playing this all the way through. However, February, Valentine's Day weekend, got a job, and, you know, then we was okay so far. But yeah, like, I think the biggest risk was us moving out of state.
I can see that.
What about you, Shauna?
Two things. The first one would be me going back to school. The reason I see that as a risk is because I didn't know if I would be able to handle the workload along with working full time and being a full time mother, and with everything else I have, as my Aunt Ruth likes to call it, on my social calendar.
You do have a social calendar.
Chad, I don't know where it came from. I promise I don't.
Sure.
But yeah, like that was a big risk, and another big risk was becoming a mother.
Oh yeah.
That was the ultimate risk. I don't regret it for one day. I do not regret it. Never have regretted. It's the best risk I've ever taken.
Do you ever think about what your life would have been like if you would have waited to have kids until you were older, or chosen not to have kids at all?
I don't know if I would be where I am now. I think that having him when I did gave us the opportunity to grow up together. I think made me mature a little faster. I don't think I would have matured as fast as I did. I mean, I'm still a work in progress, of course. Definitely still a work in progress. But I don't think that I would have matured as fast as I did. I don't think I would have made some of the decisions that I've made.
Right.
So yeah, I don't regret that for one moment. Right. I have had the thought like, damn, what if I would have waited until I was a little older?
Right.
Excuse me, to have Trey. What if I have, would have waited until I got married or something like that? And I just don't think things would have been the same. So I don't regret doing it when I did. I have my moments when I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing?
I don't see you. But I don't see you having him.
Yeah.
Like.
Because I probably wouldn't, at the age I am now, I probably wouldn't have dated his father.
No, but I'm saying it's like,
of course not.
I wouldn't have stayed with him long enough for Trey to be created.
I'm about to say, I mean, but Joe,
I'm being really honest, because 18-year-old me and 37-year-old me is not the same person.
Nephew is amazing. Like, and it's like,
absolutely.
I don't necessarily think that, you will be like, I understand, like we say that the things that are supposed to happen will happen, like will happen upon, even, regardless of the timeline. However, I don't think it will be him.
Yeah, because I remember having a conversation with Key before, and I was really upset one day. And I was like, I wish somebody else was his father. And Key said, I can understand why you feel that way. She said, but you probably would have had a different kind of a different child if somebody else was his dad. Like, not that he would have been worse or he would have been better, but she said it wouldn't have been Trey. Right. And everything about Trey is just so different and so unique. Like I don't think I've ever met a kid like Trey before. I don't. Like he's just him. And he's unapologetic.
I love that about him. He don't
give a damn. He's smart and he's talented and he doesn't care he doesn't conform. He doesn't conform, and I love that about him. Like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and listen to this K-pop music. I'm gonna fuck what y'all listen to, and then like I'm not saying he green. He know, some of the other things, some of the other, little rap songs and shit like that. But that's not his thing. He in the anime.
Oh, word?
And K-pop.
Oh, shit. We need to link up then.
Yeah, he into that kind of stuff, and I love that about him. But you need to stop. He do rap music. I told you that day I walked past the bathroom, and the damn boy was in the bathroom singing fucking Chance the Rapper and fucking. I told you I walked past. I thought somebody was about to start fighting. And the nigga was like, "One more label trying to stab me." I was like, "Wait a minute." I said, that was a little aggressive there, son. Okay. And I walked in one day, he was singing fucking Return of the Mac. And then he was singing fucking Backstreet Boys. And then he was singing Usher. And so he's so versatile. And he's just unique and he's different. But we knew he was going to be unique. Look at his birthday.
True.
Look at his birthday.
Don't say it. Don't say that exactly.
No, I'm not. But look at his birthday is straight numbers. His weight, his ounces add up to his pounds. And like it's he's just unique, yo. It's just his date of birth, like his time he was born, the minutes add up to the hour. Like he's just unique. I just knew he was gonna be unique. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. That was the best risk I ever took. And if I had to rewind 16 years and take the risk again, I would do it. I'll take it. All right, guys.
Wait, so let me answer the question because I didn't answer one of my biggest risks I've ever taken.
My baby.
I'm honestly, cause I defaulted to y'all first because I couldn't think of anything. The biggest risk I've ever taken was, I could say leaving home and moving to DC from Baltimore now 10 years ago.
What about when you went out the country for your internship?
Nigga. We was worried about that ass, boy.
I said, nigga, you going where?
I was in Germany. I didn't go to like the Sudan or like the Gambia. Or
whatever it was, you was over there by your damn self. Listen.
I wasn't right. That wasn't.
It was one thing when you went to Georgia. Like, nigga, we can drive down Georgia in 10 hours. We can get down there. We can get on the plane to be there in an hour and a half. But Germany?
Wait a minute. Did Hostel come out before that?
Yeah.
Or after that? Yeah, nigga.
We was scared.
And you said, well, I'm going to Germany. Like, nigga, don't you stay in no hostels, nigga.
We said, for why? Not even for what, for why?
However, yeah, I mean, I could no, but yeah, I could see that. Like, yo, we were, like, I mean, you might have not been worried, but necessarily, yo, niggas was worried about you, bro.
I was
Like,
nervous.
like, nigga.
Y'all thought they was gonna get me.
Baby, I thought they was going to try to take my friend Jesus. We was about to be like Liam Neeson and Taken. We was about to come fuck all that shit up.
They was trying to stem a Bucci cat.
They was trying. I have to get new friends. This is not normal.
I love throwing them off with my random.
This is not normal. Not a Bucci cat, Jesus. I can't wait to use that one. Let me add that to my list.
It don't work because you don't have a Bucci cat.
I know, but I'm gonna find a reason to use that shit. I promise you, I am.
He got a special set of skills.
That make it even worse, don't it?
He said that shit mid sip. Why is he like that? All right, y'all.
So that, I mean, those are big risks. But I mean, I don't really. They were risks at the time. I was nervous because again, I was moving away from home. But it was kind of like once I was there, I was like, okay, this is something new. I was fine. And again, for me, it was just the flight there and the flight back. Because, but when I landed back home, I was like, so I flew into and out of JFK in New York, and I remember walking out of the baggage terminal with my bags. I was like, it's trash on the ground. I smell piss.
It's trash on the ground.
I smell piss. I heard someone say, fuck you. I was like, oh, I'm home.
Hey, yo, nah.
No, because legitimately, again, mind you, I was in Germany over a decade ago at this point.
Yeah.
It was clean. Like it is like German law that you have to separate your trash. You have to recycle your trash. They have like giant corrals like outside of your building. You have to separate your different color glass bottles, your plastics, your food scraps. You have to separate everything. It's compulsory insurance.
Okay.
Public vehicles, public buses, trash trucks are all being by Mercedes-Benz. So yeah, I think that was probably one of the biggest risks I've taken. Buying a house was one of the biggest risks I've ever taken financially. Okay. What else?
I believe not, but with us trying to do that, I do believe that's going like we taking a leap of faith doing it. But
starting therapy also
got this.
Was one of the biggest risks I've ever taken because
agreed.
I didn't know the shit that I would uncover. But you never know. You might have an idea of what you might want to talk about in therapy, but you don't know the things you'll uncover, things that the therapist may see about you that you don't see about yourself. And had that big ass mirror in your face, like, nigga, this you in 4K. It's like, that's me.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't gotta talk to me like that, sis.
I thought we was better than that.
I will also say trying to be emotionally open and available as well.
Oh hell yeah, that's another big one.
Like, I believe that, you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas though we're trying, just in order to move forward in a relationship, you gotta be honest with yourself and hope that, your partner will understand. But seriously though, I do just like trying to make yourself emotionally available for everybody and being understanding, being also understanding to your partner and to the people that you have in your circle and open and honest with them. Especially if you're going through some shit or if you're feeling some kind of way, trying to actually like talk about what makes you I want to say like if something upsets you in that moment. And then trying to have that open conversation with them, especially the people that, you've been with, been around most of your life or they've been there for a lot of big things in your life. And it's like, you should be able to talk to them about anything. Like,
I can see that. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Next question, we're going to circle back around to 6 brown chicks. And this one is, I'm a well-known married Girl Scout mom in a small town. I befriended the other mothers, planned play dates with my daughter, etc. However,
things wrong with that.
However, my secret superpower is taking committed men, specifically the fathers of the scouts in my group. Sneaking around gives me wicked pleasure. I got away with it until I got caught with the father of one of the Girl Scouts. The other Girl Scout mothers are outraged. My husband left our home. The kids are telling my daughter that I'm a home wrecking whore, and that's inappropriate. What I
They in the
did
same
with their
group?
dads is my business. So I know the moms are talking. I think kids should be left out of this. How do I correct their parents? My child shouldn't have to hear such negative things about me. Advice.
Look here, simple bitch. You got some fucking nerve to try to dictate
I'm about to say, stop doing
somebody else's response to the shit you did. Grow the fuck up. Seriously.
Drop the mic, y'all. He dropped the mic. He dropped the mic.
Bitch, you stupid.
I'm gonna say.
Drop the mic.
I'm gonna say this.
Simple. Dumbass.
So that I'm clear on what's going on. You are a well-known married, well, not married no more, Girl Scout mom, and you enjoy taking other women's men. So you're down with OPP. That's cool. However,
Other people's pussy?
other people's. Remember, my man said, let's say that P stands for property.
Okay, that works.
Ever.
I just want some clarification.
You are the reason why your daughter is being teased.
And is.
You are the reason why your husband left.
And is.
You get off. Like let's be real. Like your kink is the forbidden fruit. Like you think that, you trying to take other women's, like the other women's men, but it's like all you gonna do is get yourself in more trouble and they gonna jump you. Like they all know that you're sleeping with their husbands, but they're not gonna leave their husbands. Your husband's gonna leave you. And then they're probably gonna treat your daughter just like she she like her mama, because they're gonna look at it like the apple don't fall too far, apple don't fall too far from the tree. So the audacity.
The motherfucking audacity.
You's a dumb bitch. That's all I got to say.
Sound like some stuff for wild Desperate Housewives.
You
shit,
a
bro.
dumb bitch, Rosa.
Rosa, Rosa, you a dumb bitch.
You stupid.
Oh my fucking god, really?
Sis.
You stupid. And
Miss
stupido.
Miss bitch.
You're fucking lying. Come here. A lot of people will be afraid right now. A lot of people will be afraid, but I'll name them. Oh, I miss Rosa and Marlene. Oh, I miss them so much.
You're stupid. No, you're stupid. But you're stupid.
She gonna have a fire in her pants, bro.
First of all, you're the reason your daughter is being picked on. Sure. You made the decision to pop pussy for all of these kids' daddies. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, while it may be quote unquote inappropriate for them to make comments to your daughter, you put her in that position. Mm-hmm. If you had kept your fucking legs closed and stayed home with her daddy, who I'm hoping is her daddy, you said he was your husband, you didn't say that was her daddy, but that's another story.
Wow.
You put your daughter in that position. So, fuck you and the horse that you rode in on, and I hope the moms rally together and beat your ass.
Yeah, you gonna get jumped.
Period.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. They gonna fuck you up.
They should.
They gonna catch you at the next. They gonna catch her.
But make sure the husbands are held accountable too, because they was hunching on the bitch too.
Well, yeah, that part.
Hell no.
It takes two to tango.
And
they gonna catch her.
They knew they was
It
married.
takes you to be a dumb bitch.
They gonna catch her in front of the supermarket, yo, while she's selling Girl Scout cookies.
Beat the brakes off that bitch.
They gonna run the cart into the table, knock the table over,
knock all that shit over,
and then walk off with the cart like, bitch, puta.
She gonna fuck around and find out. That's what's gonna happen. Keep your legs closed to married men, except for the one you married to, bitch. Okay, next question. To my two co-hosts here. What would our friendship be called if it was a comedy movie?
Dick jokes and cackles. Inexperience.
Why is he like this?
I mean, you asked the question. Did I not answer it? I mean,
Dick jokes and cackles.
Inexperience.
Not an experience. Like fucking Happy Feet.
I mean, hey.
Lord have mercy.
That makes up a lot of our friendship. dick jokes and cackles. We could always laugh about
I mean,
something.
you're not
And
wrong.
more often, recently, it's been a lot about
A lot of dick jokes.
or stuff coming out of dick. So, yeah.
Fix it, Jesus.
Laundry day.
Fix it.
Shut up, Aaron.
Bitch, wet. That's what it's gonna call. Wet with an E. WHET. Bitch,
Nah.
wet.
It's hell no. Just hell no.
That's it.
Hell nah. To the no.
Yeah, what would you name our friendship? As a person on the outside looking in and came into the situation, what would you name our friendship or our group's friendship, Keita? Oh, fuck.
Well,
Actually, that might be it.
all right, y'all. So, we have remember like 2 more questions, and then I'm gonna end this thing with a story. So this next question is, am I the asshole question? The title is, am I the asshole for turning down an invite to a baby shower using the same reasons that she sent for turning down an invite to a barbecue?
Huh?
Right. So apparently, give you some background.
Okay.
They invited their friend to a barbecue. Their friend gave them what they considered to be a bullshit excuse as to why they couldn't come.
Okay.
So then the friend turned around and invited them to their baby shower. They gave the friend the same bullshit excuse as to why they couldn't come.
Okay.
All right, so let me give you some background. I became friends with some coworkers before COVID job losses. We kept in touch because we seemed to have interests in common, like saving money and living more sustainably. Last year, Anna had a milestone birthday and threw a barbecue. I arrived early to help set up, but Anna was quite upset. Apparently, our other friend, Betty, had sent a text early in the morning saying she wouldn't be coming because of moral reasons. Betty had gone vegetarian again and didn't want to be around people eating meat. I cheered Anna up and we moved on. Turns out the meat was mostly fish and squid because several people attending were fishermen, and there were plenty of veggie options because many vegetarians and vegans attended. Just over a week ago, I received a baby shower gender reveal party invite for Betty. Personally, I really dislike gender reveals, but we also hadn't talked much for over 8 months, so I was a bit surprised she wanted me there. I knew I would be uncomfortable, so I replied quickly that I would not be coming. A few days later, Betty messaged me asking again for me to come to the party, as she would have my favorite tarts. I admit I didn't care that much about Betty. We were never really close, and I cynically threw... Wait a minute, sorry, y'all, I lost my spot. And I suddenly thought she was out to get a bunch of stuff. The original invite said, don't come empty-handed. I decided on impulse to text back a version of what she sent to Anna last year. The text read, sorry, I won't be able to come to your baby shower. I don't agree morally or ethically with the choices you are making. I cannot be around people right now who are doing things that are leading to the destruction of our planet. Betty blew up my phone calling me names. I thought it was good to give Betty a taste of her own medicine. Anna thinks I'm an asshole because she said getting the original text from Betty was horrible and two wrongs don't make a right. So, am I the asshole?
Yeah.
I
You could've
agree.
just said, hey, I'm not available to make it. Sorry. And when she called you and said it again, hey, I have something scheduled on the day I can't make it. Sorry.
Right. Because
you ain't had
she
to be
didn't do
petty,
that to
bro.
you. She did it to Anna. So what did it have to do with you?
Not a damn thing.
Not a goddamn nail. Maybe it was a bullshit excuse
You
as to why she
inserted
didn't
yourself.
come.
But if you
But it
don't
had
wanna
nothing to do with you.
But you
Or-
inserted yourself in
You could have
business
just
that did
been
not pay you.
100 about yours and said, I'm not interested in coming. Congratulations and good luck. And then left it at that.
And left it at that. That would have been the mature thing to do.
But you wanted to be petty.
For some shit that ain't had nothing to do with her. Okay.
That's not even
She
your...
upset your friend. But if Anna got over it, bitch, you get over it. It wasn't your event she didn't show up to. It was Anna's. So, yeah, you're the asshole, sis. Sorry.
That right
Not
there,
sorry.
no, but that right there is like is what I feel is what I say to my students. Worry about you. Like just worry about you. Don't worry about nobody else and whatever people are doing. If you doing something, just worry about what you're doing. And like, yo, it just sounds like, yo, you bring your feelings because she said whatever she said to your homegirl. Like you just said, that shit ain't got nothing to do with you. And I'm pretty sure your homegirl is not asking you to defend her. So, I mean, and what makes you feel like you not coming or you saying what you saying is gonna like have any like real effect? All it did was piss niggas off. Like, you probably won't be invited to the birthday party.
Nope.
Like, that's it. Like, you know, you probably just ended a friendship for like, you just
the way
ended
she
a friendship.
putting it is that they never really were
But
really.
But even then, why would you even why would you even be surprised if they asked you or if they didn't ask you? Like, just like what Brandon said, yo, just say, yo, I got something else going on.
I'm unavailable.
I'm not, I'm not necessarily interested. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not interested in coming, but you went out. And then you put your homegirl in a bad place because that could have been some shit that she just said to her, like specifically to her. Mm-hmm. And now you out here saying it all. It's like saying it over again, and it's like Shorty might have just told you that shit in confidence, and now you just outed her. Outed her about how she felt about with them things that you said. I mean, the things that were said to her. So it's like you probably fucked up another friendship.
Boy, I tell you.
Because you wanted to be petty.
Yeah, girl, fuck you. Next.
Well, that is Anna.
Hold on, Shauna. Before we do that, let's take another commercial break. Or have we taken a commercial break for this?
I don't think we've done one in this episode.
Oh, damn. Well, we're going to take another commercial break because I'm going to try to squeeze one in before this. And we back. Fuck you, Aaron. Go to hell.
All right, so
right here, buddy.
Right. That's what he said.
Oh,
go ahead, Shauna. What we saying?
Sister Jesus. All right, last question. Which word would you use if you can only use one for the rest of your life?
Fuck.
Same. That's why we friends. That's my favorite word.
What's my favorite word?
Fuck.
No, that ain't her favorite word.
Shit, you already know. Damn. One word. Fuck. Yeah, it's gotta be fuck.
It's just like,
It's universal.
yeah.
No, I can see if you say bitch, everybody be offended. Cause it's like,
I don't know, depending on the tone you use bitch in.
yeah, but see, motherfucker, you can use fuck in many senses. It could be an adjective, it could be a noun, it could be an adverb.
This is true. Yep.
But bitch can't be.
Shit. Bitch can be a person, place, or thing.
Yeah, that's about it.
I'm up in this bitch.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's about it. It could be a noun or a pronoun. However,
Fuck that
fuck.
bitch.
Yeah, no, fuck could be
Bitch.
fuck could be a noun, pronoun, adjective, verb. Yeah. Fuck could probably be it.
I think I would use fuck too, just because that's my favorite cuss word. Because I'm quick to say, the fuck is this? The fuck is going on? Are you fucking serious? Fuck.
See?
Fuck. Fuck.
Who the fuck you talking to? Boy, fuck you.
No, but I see where Brandon was going with it. Fuck?
Fuck.
Hmm.
Fuck.
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 Y'all dumb as hell.
But you see, like he just had a whole conversation.
Just
With
using
that one word.
One word.
That one word.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus on the main line. Okay.
I bet.
All right, so I'm gonna end this thing with a story. The story comes from the story thread on Reddit. And the title is "My best friend is using mental illness as an excuse."
Oh my God.
Okay. I was friends with this girl beginning of freshman year of university. We got incredibly close, and
You know
over
they
the year,
British.
we became
Said
best
you know they
friends.
British.
Once sophomore year came around, we decided that we would be each other's assigned roommates, since that's always better than randoms. When we moved into the university apartment, we were splitting a room. Regardless, we worked out who would sleep where and whatnot, and we were fine. For lack of better words, my best friend had and still does have intense mental issues. She's very aware of her issues and does nothing to fix it. She complains about failing her classes and wouldn't study or do homework. She was the kind of person she was that kind of person, and I'd always do everything to try to motivate her to get her out of bed after she had been in it all day. Getting back to my main point, I trusted her enough to lend her money or split our drugs. So you're giving drugs to a person who's mentally ill. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Anything she wanted to buy, she couldn't afford. So she would ask me to split or spot her. Which, being a friend, I would. We split around 4 bags this year that she
She asked
promised
to
to pay
split her.
back at the end of the year. She was practically begging me for bumps. So, bitch, I'm thinking y'all talking about weed, bitch. Y'all snorting coke.
That booger sugar.
That white girl.
You know they keep that white girl.
Christina Aguilera. This is how it went until we came back from winter
That's the
break.
song for the episode.
This is how it went. Until
Yeah,
we
she your girl, but she calling me daddy.
Help me, Jesus. Help me.
That Lindsay Lohan.
Y'all so damn dumb. All right, at the end of the year, she practically begged me for bumps. This is how it went until we came back from winter break, and it was like a flip switched. I was able to tell when she was completely annoyed with me. One time, I was studying for a hard exam and decided to get up and use the restroom, which was unlocked. And once I opened the door, it was slammed shut in my face because she was crying in there. I understand needing space, but lock the door. How am I supposed to know you're sobbing in there? Anyway, I understand mental illness. I battle with it as well, but she has used it for excuses for treating people like shit. I have GAD. What the hell is GAD, y'all?
Generalized anxiety disorder.
Okay, thank you very much. And it gets pretty bad sometimes, so I'm prescribed Xanax. I took half one night before meeting up with my ex. She then accused me of being addicted as if she didn't ask me every weekend if she can cash in her weekly Xanax. This is my literal prescribed medication that she couldn't keep her hands off of. I honestly had some missing pills, so my only assumption was that she took them. I do everything I was able to do to help her. Hell, I even made her full-blown meals when she didn't want to eat for days. I let her wear my clothes, eat my food, use my drugs, never pay for gas money, etc. Since she constantly complained about being broke but not getting a job, honestly, I was like her mother. Once her attitude switched up, we barely talked anymore, hang out anymore, or when I asked to do something, she'd scoff and say maybe.
Why would she need a job when you're financing her?
There it is.
We don't even talk anymore.
Once the semester ended and we went back home, I texted her asking her how much she owed me since she promised to keep track. She snapped and told me I need to keep track of my own fucking money. She owed me $108 for food, weed, and life expenses, and well over $100 for bags. She said we were split. I sent her a whole paragraph explaining that she's being rude and how this has affected me this entire year, and I asked if she had an issue being friends or what it was. She told me she thought we should not have been BFFs and thought that since January. Like, at this point, the mature thing for her to have done was to say this in January instead of treating me like dog shit. She completely cut off contact with me, didn't say happy birthday, didn't say anything with my dog pads, etc. She left my life. She has been using her mental illness as an excuse why she can't pay back, why she's doing bad things in school, why she's being rude and has an attitude, etc. She even went as far to complain to me that I needed to stop complaining about her actions have consequences, as she isn't even staying in her major because she's failing out of every class. Regardless, we haven't spoken, but I'm living in a house next year with her. Any advice?
Get out that house.
Come on.
The price of admission you paid to get that bitch out your life was the money that she owed you and refused to pay back. She voluntarily left your life after mistreating you. You gotta wish most people. You got something most people wish for. Mm-hmm. Do what you need to do to get out the house. Are you blaming me for you fucking up?
Right, like
How
bitch,
dare you?
You blaming me for you owing me money?
No.
Where they do that at?
It's the audacity for me, bitch.
Are you blaming me for you fucking up in school?
You using your mental health as an excuse to why you treat people poorly while you failing out of school. You could do that on your own time, sis. You got me once. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Fool me three times.
She's out your life. She said y'all not besties. Y'all not any of that stuff. Cool, girl. Now it's time to make your arrangements to either find somewhere else to live, get away from the housing situation with her, or what's wrong, Shauna? Because you see something good. Or is that update? Oh, okay. Or try to get her removed from the housing that you have, because if you have issues with her and you have all these problems, why go back into living in the same space with somebody that clearly shows you they don't give a fuck about you?
That is.
But it's probably easier for the other person though, because I can
Easy for who?
It's easier for the one that's using.
Okay,
Because
right.
like,
but if you the person with
user.
if you're the person with the resources and
Girl,
you have
fuck
the
you.
chance to go to your housing office and say, hey, me and this girl don't get along anymore. Can you reassign her or reassign me? Get yourself away from the situation. You have to take that L and let her stay in that space that y'all said y'all were going to stay in, and they'll reassign you somewhere else.
I agree.
But if there's an issue,
Because it's going to
especially
escalate.
if y'all staying in like on campus or in like university sponsored housing, if you go to the housing office and say, hey, me and this girl don't get along, we have serious issues, can you reassign me to a new roommate or reassign her to a new roommate? They will more often than not to avoid any potential liability, they'll avoid you to
one of my former coworkers
they'll
was staying
reassign
on
you to avoid issues.
Yeah, one of my former coworkers was staying on campus, and she said that her roommate had went to like the RA and went to the housing association and said that basically lied on her, saying that she was volatile, and then she even considered even talked about like killing herself and shit like that, and it was like they had to separate the two. Ironically, that person ended up applying for a position at my last job, and she came to me and was like, "You can't hire her." I was like, "Okay, all right." And once she explained the situation, I was like, "Yeah, I could see how that's troublesome for you." But like you said, it's like just trying to find that separation, bro. Like take this shit, take all that other shit, take that $100 as a loss.
Yeah, that's take that L.
Like,
that L is yours, but that's good. She got you for $200 and not a whole year or semester's worth of you failing out of school, coming up with more stolen meds and more issues because you didn't have the gumption to walk away from a situation that wasn't serving you anymore.
Right, but I think
do your big one, sis. Walk away.
Yeah, because I think it's bullshit to blame me for your shit. Like, you blaming me for you failing.
Well,
and then, but I also believe that some people do use that condition. Some people do use their conditions as an excuse to get over, as an excuse for them not actually, just being assholes. Honestly. When we was in school, if a person didn't come to school or if they felt like they were sick or whatever, they were like, they want special treatment. I can't do it because I'm sick. Can you do it for me? And that's what it sound like. It sound like, I got a problem. My anxiety is like, I got really bad anxiety right now. I need you to do this for me. Do me this solid. And then you end up taking care of that person. So yeah, like Brandon said, get the fuck up out of there. Like as soon as you find an out, take that.
Well, y'all, there it is. That's the consensus. That is the consensus. Sis, get out, move on about your business before this shit escalates to
take it out, yo.
It can end up violent. It can end up any kind of way. You don't know what she's capable of. You're admittedly using drugs. Outside of marijuana, I'm cool with marijuana, but you talking about taking bumps, baby. And from where we from, bump mean Book of sugar. So
You walking on sunshine.
walking on sunshine. So yeah, get out of that situation. Clearly, y'all are not friends. And I've experienced somebody who, used their mental illness to justify why they were an asshole. So I understand where you're coming from, but she's clearly showing you that she is not your friend. So let that alone.
That's a blessing that most people only hope for.
Yep. Leave it alone. Go about your business,
You got
baby.
your answer. Move on with your life.
You got
with
your
head
freedom.
up.
Take it.
Right.
Run, bitch, run.
You got your answer. And again, it's an answer that most people will pray for when they're being used by people or in situations where they're being mistreated. Take that lesson, chalk up that L for losing that money, and move on with your life.
I agreed.
Because all she going to do is move on to the next person.
Or she'll need you before you need her. That's how I always look at things. They don't need me before I need them. So, bitch, bad. That's it.
BYE.
That was the final story of the episode, guys.
We done?
We done.
That's good. Well, we're going to wrap it up here then. Thank you all for listening to this week's episode of Wine and Audacity, the podcast. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was the sexy radio voice.
This is the sexy radio voice.
Quiet storm.
DJ Chocolate.
If you have any questions for us, please reach out to us at askwandapod@gmail.com. That's ASKWANDAPOD@gmail.com. Like Shauna always says every week, we're on Twitter and Instagram at WandaPod_, and we are on Facebook as Wine and Audacity, the podcast. I'm still debating on whether or not I want to launch a spill page and or a threads page. I think we should, because it's more social networks for us to get content out there, especially since it's linked to Instagram.
I agree.
I'll think about it because it's more shit to have to manage. In any event, you good, Aaron? He over there humming. All right, y'all. Well, we out. We thank y'all for listening as always. We love y'all, and we will be back next week with an all new episode. Be easy, y'all.
Bye.